resistance groups congratulate Mojtaba Khamenei. Trump says he will decide, with Israel, when Iran war ends. Iran warns France against supporting aggressors. Bahrain's Bapco Energies declares force majeure. Several regional resistance groups have congratulated Ayatollah Sayed Mojtaba Khamenei after he was elected as Iran's new supreme leader. In a statement, the Lebanese group Hezbollah praised the leadership transition and reaffirmed its alliance with the Islamic Republic of Iran. The group said it remains committed to the principles of Iran's Islamic Revolution and pledged loyalty to Mojtaba Khamenei, vowing to continue resisting what it described as aggression by the United States and its allies. Meanwhile, Yemen's Ansarullah movement also welcomed the appointment, saying the leadership transition reflects the resilience and unity of Iran's political system. A senior Yemeni official, Mohammed Ali al-Houthi, congratulated both Iran's leadership and its people, saying the change demonstrates the country's strength during a period of regional tension. In Iraq, Kataib Hezbollah Secretary General Abu Hussein al-Hamidawi also praised the decision, calling Mojtaba Khamenei a capable leader for what he described as a difficult time for the region. Iran's Assembly of Experts, an 88-member clerical body responsible for selecting the supreme leader, elected Mojtaba Khamenei to succeed his father following his death during recent strikes. U.S. President Donald Trump says he will decide, together with Israel, when to end the war with Iran. In a brief phone interview with the Times of Israel, Trump said Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu would be part of the discussions, but the United States would have the final say. Trump described the decision as mutual to some extent, adding that Washington and Tel Aviv have been in close contact throughout the conflict. He also suggested that once the United States decides to halt its strikes, it is unlikely that Israel would continue the war on its own. Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian has warned that any action by France in support of attacks against Iran would be considered participation in the ongoing conflict. During a telephone conversation with French President Emmanuel Macron, Pezeshkian discussed the escalating regional situation following what Iran describes as an unlawful war launched by the United States and Israel. Pezeshkian said the attacks violated international law and accused Washington and Tel Aviv of targeting civilian sites, including schools, hospitals, and critical infrastructure. He stressed that Iran's actions are being carried out in self-defense, adding that any country assisting the attackers, whether directly or indirectly, would be seen as taking part in the war. The Iranian president warned that such involvement would further escalate tensions in the region. For his part, President Macron expressed regret over civilian casualties in Iran and said France does not support the attacks and is not involved in the conflict. The two leaders also discussed consular issues, including matters related to citizens detained in both countries. Bahrain's Bapco Energies has declared force majeure on its operations following damage linked to a reported drone attack. State media said the decision allows the company to suspend supply obligations due to circumstances beyond its control. The announcement came after thick smoke was seen rising from the direction of the Bapco oil refinery in Bahrain. Witnesses reported that smoke surrounded the facility after authorities said injuries and damage were reported in the Sitra area following a suspected Iranian drone strike. The Bapco refinery is Bahrain's main oil processing facility and a critical part of the country's energy sector.